Hey, hi children. How are you all? Yes, welcome back to our social e-learning sessions. This is Priya as usual, your social teacher from Alpha Group of Institutions. And today we are going to discuss the second half of the chapter, that is from chapter 3, Geography, Mineral and Power Resources. So before start going directly into the second half of the session, second half of the chapter, let us just have a quick recap on what we have learned in the last session. Okay, ma? Yes. First, we have discussed about mineral resources. What are mineral resources? Minerals are important natural resources and have been used by humans since prehistoric times. Early humans used stone to make tools and weapons. Thus, the first stage is known as Stone Age. Copper was the first metal to be discovered and is used and its use marked the Copper Age. Then came the Bronze Age and later the Iron Age. So we have discussed about the minerals importance, and these are the types of minerals: silver, gold, iron, aluminium, copper, and later here are the types of minerals. Minerals may be organic in origin like coal, and petroleum or inorganic. Organic minerals are also called mineral fuels, fossil fuels. Inorganic minerals are classified into groups, metallic and non-groups. How many groups? Metallic and non-metallic groups. Metallic minerals are those from which metals such as iron, copper, gold, etc. are derived. Metallic minerals are found in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Non-metallic minerals include limestone, sulfur, etc. Non-metallic minerals are found in sedimentary rocks. And the next is types of minerals: limestone. And later we have talked about the mining. What is mining? The extraction of mineral resources from the earth is called mining. The method of mining depends upon the depth at which the mineral is located. The process of extraction of mineral oil is called drinking. It is done by digging deep wells called oil wells. These are the gold mining pictures. Next, we have discussed the last topic as distribution of mineral resources. Distribution of minerals. So, iron is the commonest and most widely used metal. It is used to make steel, which in turn is the basic of all sorts of machinery, agricultural implements, transport equipment, and items of daily use. Gold. Gold is a precious metal used in making jewelry. It is also a standard medium of foreign exchange, and the international monetary system is backed by gold. Copper. Copper is mainly used in electrical industries to make electrical wires and appliances. Because of its high conductivity, it is used to make alloys like brass, bronze, German, silver, etc. Now, next is tin. It is mostly used in planting, that is coating thin steel sheets with a very fine layer of tin. This is used in making cans for preserving food. It is also used in soldering and in making alloys like bronze. Malaysia is the leading producer of tin, and there are various other minerals which are mined in different countries of the world. So later here we have discussed about the mineral resources of India. India is richly endowed with mineral resources. They provide a strong base for industry. The distribution of mineral resources, however, is uneven in India. And so overall what we have discussed in this is uh, like different countries, minerals in different countries. Minerals can be found in different varieties of rocks. They are found in different types of rocks such as sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks and igneous rocks. Metamorphic and igneous rock formation consists of metallic minerals that form large plateaus. Nickel and copper deposits are found in Ontario, that is in Canada, And iron ore found in North Sweden, chromites, iron, platinum, and nickel are found in South Africa. And these minerals are found in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Young fold mountains are plains, like young fold mountains and plains formed by sedimentary rocks consist of non-metallic minerals such as limestone. And manganese deposits in Georgia, limestone deposits in France, and these regions and Algeria phosphate beds are few of the examples of non-metallic deposits. Petroleum and coal can also be found in sedimentary regions. And children, I hope you can see these pictures, the map given in the textbook also. When we talk about the countries which were given in the textbook, like Asia, first let us talk about Asia. India and China have large iron ore deposits. More than half of tin produced across the world comes from this continent. Indonesia, China, and Malaysia are some of the leading tin producers. Tungsten, lead, and antimony are produced in abundant amounts like in China. Europe. Europe is the top most producer of iron ore in the world. And the countries that consist of iron ore deposits in large amounts are Ukraine, France, Russia, and Sweden. Next, when we talk about North America, the mineral deposits of North America can be found in three zones. They are West Mountain regions, the Appalachian region, and Great Lakes of North Canada. Canadian Shield region consists of iron ore, gold, uranium, nickel, and copper. And later, let us talk about the South America, children. The largest producer of iron ore of high grade in the world is Brazil. Peru and Chile lead in copper production. Tin can be found in high amounts in Bolivia and Brazil. So, large deposits of silver, chromium, gold, manganese, platinum, bauxite, asbestos, mica, and diamond can be found easily in South America. And Colombia, Argentina, Chile, Venezuela, and Peru are producers of mineral oil. Next, the country comes here is Africa. The continent has a large presence of mineral resources in abundant amounts, and platinum, diamond, and gold are found in high amounts in Africa. Next is Australia. The country, the Australia is a country and it is the largest producer of bauxite. Other minerals found in huge quantities are iron ore, nickel, gold, tin, and diamond. Western Australia regions such as Coolgardie and Kalgoorlie hold some of the leading deposits of the gold. Next, Antarctica. Scientists are aware of the geology of this continent. Geology of this continent. They have predicted that the continent has few of the minerals present in large amounts. Prince Charles Mountains present in East Antarctica are estimated to have iron deposits. Similarly, it has been forecasted that transantarctic mountains may have deposits of coal in huge amounts. Other important minerals such as oil, gold, silver, and iron ore are also found in abundant quantities. Okay guys, this is a small recap which we had discussed in the last session. Now let us go into the second half of today's session. Okay. Now this is conservation of minerals. Before talking about conservation of minerals, let us talk about the uses of minerals, children. Different industries need to use minerals in order to sustain. Those minerals that are used in manufacturing of germs are hard in nature. After that, different designs are prepared in order to set them in style. Copper is a metal which is used to manufacture pipes, utensils, coins. And silicon is obtained from quartz which is used in the computer sector. Aluminium can be obtained from the ore of bauxite and it is used in manufacturing buildings, kitchen equipments like you all know tawa, pan, all these non-stick cookwares are used from aluminium only. and airplanes and automobiles. Okay, these are the uses of aluminum, but copper is used to make wires, coins, utensils, pipes, everything. Now, when we talk about the conservation of minerals, the increasing world population and the demands of more and more people to have higher standards of living have resulted in increased use of mineral resources. Minerals are non renewable once consumed, they are completely exhausted and cannot be regenerated soon. The ways in which minerals can be conserved are: number one, recycling. Many metals like iron, gold, silver, and aluminum, once discarded, can be reused by recycling. Avoid wastage. Efficient methods of mining and smelting can avoid wastage of minerals. While using them, also, we should take care not to waste. Substitutes. Alternatives to minerals like biodegradable plastics, wood, and other substitutes should be more widely used. So, conservation of minerals. Minerals are one of the non renewable resources provided by nature. The process of concentration and formation of these minerals can take over thousands of years. The rate at which these minerals are formed is far more slower than people use it for their benefits. Hence, it is important that the authorities should introduce necessary steps to reduce wastage in the process of mining. Another way to conserve these metals is recycling. Okay, next let us talk about the power resources. Conservational source of power. Coal. Coal is organic in nature. Coal was the basis of the Industrial Revolution in the late 18th century. It was used to produce steam power, which provided the main driving force is running machinery in factories, railway locomotives, and ships. Now you can see the powerhouses picture, children. And power resources. Power resources are those resources which are used to generate power or energy. Coal, petroleum, natural gas, water, and nuclear fuels are the main sources of power. The modern world runs on power. It is true, right, children? So, power resources means energy or power have an important role to play in our lives. They are needed in various sectors such as agriculture, communication, defense, and industry. Power resources are divided into two categories: conventional and non conventional. Power resources are divided into what? Conventional and non conventional resources. So, let us talk about the conventional resources first. Those energy resources which have been in use for a long time are known as conventional resources. Examples of such resources are fossil fuels and firewood. Fossil fuels and firewood. So you can see the tabulation or mind map in the textbook which they have given for us for the easy understanding. Okay. First let us talk about firewood. It is mostly used for heating and cooking. Firewood is mostly used for heating and cooking. In India, around 50% of energy that the villagers utilize for their daily usage comes from firewood. Millions of years back, remains of animals and plants had got buried under the earth. Due to pressure and heat, they got converted into fossil fuels. Fossil fuels such as natural gas, petroleum, and coal are few of the main resources of conventional energy. However, the reserves of such minerals are found only in limited amounts. The rate of world population is increasing at a high speed and they need these resources in abundant amounts, which is slower than formation of such resources. Therefore, many of these resources can get exhausted at any time. This is all about the firewood. Now, when we talk about the coal, coal is an example of fossil fuel which is found in huge amounts across the globe. Coal is utilized in the form of domestic fuel such as steel and iron, and also in steam engines in order to generate electricity. Electricity which can be generated from coal is known as thermal power. When giant swamps and ferns got buried under the layers of earth, it led to formation of coal due to high temperature as well as pressure. Due to this, coal is also referred to as buried sunshine. France, China, Germany, USA, like France and South Africa are some of the leading producers of coal across the globe. In India, coal can be found in abundant amounts in cities such as Jaria, Bokaro, and Raniganj and Bokaro, all present in the state of Jharkhand. So, this is about the coal. Now here when we talk about the petroleum, the oil that saves our cycle from getting squeaked and petrol that keeps the car running are derived from a thick black liquid named petroleum. It can be located between layers of rocks and is drilled from the areas located in offshore regions across the coastal areas. After this, the oil is sent to refineries where the crude oil is processed. With this, a variety of products such as wax, lubricants, diesel, plastic, kerosene, and petrol are manufactured. Since petroleum as well as its products are valuable in nature, they are also referred to as black gold. Qatar, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Iraq are some of the countries that produce petroleum. The other major producers of petroleum are Venezuela, USA, Russia, and Algeria. In India, oil can be found in deltas of Godavari and Krishna rivers, Bombay High, and Dubai, Big Boy, Assam. Okay. Now, when we speak about the natural gas, next one is a natural gas from the textbook part. This gas is usually found with petroleum deposits. As the crude oil is brought to the surface of the earth, the natural gas also gets released. It is utilized as industrial as well as domestic fuel. Netherlands, Norway, UK, and Russia are few of the major producers of natural gas. In India, Godavari, Krishna Delta, Tripura, Mumbai shore areas are Jaisalmer are land Mumbai shore areas and Jaisalmer are few of the places where natural gas are located. There are only a handful of countries that have natural gas reserves in sufficient amounts. Due to an increase in population, people's dependence on fossil fuels have increased in massive amounts. After you burn these fossils, it releases some toxic gases in massive more amounts, which is also a major cause of concern. Keeping the usage of fossil fuels unchecked is like keeping a dripping tap unchecked. Due to this, usage of several non conventional resources have been introduced which are clean in nature and a better alternative. And the next one is hydropower. Hydel power. River water or rainwater that are stored in dams fall from a significant height. The water which falls down with the help of pipes in the dam are blades of turbines that are placed at the dam's bottom side. The generator gets turned on due to a moving blade, which in turn produces electricity. The electricity generated by this process is called hydroelectricity. The water which gets discharged after generation of electricity is used for the process of irrigation later on. Tidal power is responsible for providing power to one fourth of the population across the globe. China, Brazil, and Norway are some of the biggest producers of tidal power. And Damodar Valley, Nagarjuna Sagar, Gandhi Sagar, and Bakra Nangal are some of the important projects of tidal power in India. So, this is all about children what to discuss importantly about the conventional sources of energy. Okay, and now here comes the non conventional sources of energy. First, before talking in about the non conventional sources of energy, first, what is non conventional sources of energy? As the fossil fuels are being utilized in high amounts, this had led to their shortages. The reserves of fossil fuels could get exhausted soon if its consumption continues at a rapid rate. Apart from that, their usage also causes environmental pollution. Hence, it is required that we start using non conventional energy resources such as tidal energy, solar energy, and wind energy, which are renewable in nature. Okay. So, when we talk about the solar energy, sun provides us light and heat which are felt on a daily basis. Solar energy is trapped in solar cells from the sun and in turn it is used to generate electricity. These cells are joined in order to form solar panels so that electricity can be generated for lighting and heating purpose. Various tropical countries get sunshine in abundant amounts, and solar energy is also used in devices such as solar dryers, solar heaters, solar cookers, etc. Nowadays, it is also used in traffic lights and for lighting the community areas also. Okay. Now, when we talk about the wind energy, it is a type of energy resource which does not get exhausted very easily. Since ancient times, windmills have been used to grind grains and lift water. Nowadays, windmills rotate with the help of high speed wind that is conducted with a generator in order to produce electricity. Mountain passes and coastal regions have wind farms present in clusters. These regions have steady and strong wind flow. Countries such as Germany, Netherlands, USA, Spain, and Denmark rely on wind energy a lot. Here in this picture, children, you can see the nuclear power. The pictures were also given clearly in the textbook. Nuclear power. Nuclear power is obtained from energy stored in the nuclei of atoms of naturally occurring radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. These fuels undergo nuclear fission in nuclear reactors and emit power. The great producers of nuclear power are USA and Europe. In India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand have large deposits of uranium. Thorium is found in large quantities in the monazite sands of Kerala. The nuclear power stations in India are located in Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu and Tarpur in Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar near Kota in Rajasthan, Narora in Uttar Pradesh, and Kaiga in Karnataka. So, here, when we talk about the nuclear power, the energy The energy that is stored in. The energy that is stored in where? 1 second, children. Let me go to that page back. Yes, here the page comes. The energy that is stored in atoms, nuclei that occurs in radioactive elements naturally. Thorium and uranium are some of the examples of radioactive elements used. In nuclear reactors, the nuclear fuels have to undergo nuclear fission, which in turn produces power. Europe and the USA are some of the greatest producers of nuclear power. In India, Jharkhand and Rajasthan have a huge quantity of uranium. Kerala's monazite sands also have thorium deposits. Kaiga, it means Karnataka, Rana Pratap Sagar, Kota is in Rajasthan, Tarapur in Maharashtra, Narora in Uttar Pradesh, and Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu are some of the main important nuclear reactors of India. Okay. Now, geothermal energy, heat energy obtained from the earth is called geothermal energy. The temperature in the interior of the earth rises steadily as we go deeper. Sometimes this heat energy may surface itself in the form of hot springs. This heat energy can be used to generate power. And you can see the clear picture he given down, children. Here you can see. And then geothermal energy in the form of hot springs has been used for cooking, heating and bathing for several years. USA has the world's largest geothermal power plants, followed by New Zealand, Iceland, Philippines and Central America. In India, geothermal plants are located in Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and Puga Valley in Ladakh. Okay, and here you can see the pictures geothermal energy in Manikam cooking food with the help of geothermal energy. Isn't it, guys? And geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is a heat energy which can be obtained from earth. What is meant by geothermal energy? Heat energy which can be obtained from earth is known as geothermal energy. As we go deeper, the temperature of Earth's interior starts rising in a steady manner. Sometimes heat energy takes the form of hot springs. It is utilized to generate power. Geothermal energy, which is found in the form of hot springs, is used for bathing, cooking, and heating. World's largest geothermal power plant is located in the USA. Central America, New Zealand, Philippines, and Iceland are other sources of this energy. In India, geothermal plants exist in Ladakh, Puga Valley, and Himachal Pradesh, Manikaran. Okay. Now, the tidal energy is generated from tides. The energy generated from tides is called tidal energy. So, let us discuss about the tidal energy first. You can see the picture here. Tidal energy, when energy is generated with the help of tides, when the energy is generated with the help of tides, it is called tidal energy. When dams are built at a sea's narrow openings, it is used to harness tidal energy. As the high tide occurs, their energy can be utilized to turn on the turbine which is installed with dams so that electricity could be produced. The Gulf of Kutch in India, France, and Russia have some of the huge tidal mill farms of the world. Now, the last content in this chapter is biogas. You can see the picture here, gas tank, soil, manure, fertilizer, outlet, and everything. Let us read the textbook part from the biogas. Organic waste such as dead plant and animal material Animal dung and kitchen waste can be converted into a gaseous fuel called biogas. The organic waste is decomposed by bacteria in biogas digesters to emit biogas, which is essentially a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. Biogas is an excellent fuel for cooking and lighting and produces huge amount of organic manure each year. Energy is everywhere, but we can see them that harnessing this energy is both difficult as well as costly. Each one of us can make a difference by not wasting energy. Energy saved in Energy saved is energy generated. Act now and make brighter energy future. So here they have finished the content with a small message that act now and make brighter energy future. Okay. Biogas, dead animal and plant material, kitchen waste and animal dung are some of the examples of organic waste that can be converted into biogas. It is a gaseous fuel. In biogas digesters, bacteria helps to decompose organic matter. Organic matter. The organic waste is decomposed by bacteria in biogas digesters to outlet, emit, like which sends out biogas, which is essentially a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. Biogas is an excellent fuel for cooking and lighting and also produces huge amount of organic manure every year. Biogas is capable of producing organic manure in huge amounts every year, right? So it is also used while cooking. Energy is found everywhere in our environment, and however, we need to understand that it is difficult and expensive to harness energy. It is found everywhere in every form, but we have to think that how difficult it is to get that energy, and when we are wasting it very easily, we have to think about how difficult it is to get from the environment. Hence, we should avoid wasting energy. The energy generated has to be saved as well. Whatever the energy we are receiving from the nature, we have to save it also. We must not waste it. And it will be beneficial for our future generation. So, that is the meaning of this word, that energy and act now and make brighter energy future. Act now and make brighter energy future means we have to save the energy which is generated when which we are getting from the nature, so that it will be helpful for our future generation. So children, with this chapter 3 from geography, that is mineral and power resources, this chapter is completed. We have successfully completed chapter 3 geography, minerals and power resources, and your today's class homework is you have to read all the short answers and write a home test and post it in the group. So we are not giving any project or activity from the textbook for this week. This week you have to read all the short answers which is given in the PDF form. You have to copy in the classwork very neatly, read it well, write a home test, get the sign from your parents, and then post it in the group without any delay, without fail. Okay children, with this we have completed this session. Let us meet in the next social session with something very important thing to know. It's something interesting concept. Okay, so thank you guys for being with me. This is Priya signing off from Alpha Group of Institutions. Take good care, and if you have any doubts, you're always welcome to clarify from me. Okay, bye.